Hello, I'm Christine Manning with the Wine Education Institute. Today we are moving beyond California to explore a few other important states for wine production in the U.S., Oregon, Washington, and New York. These regions offer a fascinating contrast in climates and terroirs. It can seem tricky to wrap your mind around the different styles of the Wild West. After all, Washington state is about 4 times the size of Switzerland, so there are many options of wine styles available. But once we understand these specific regions and where grapes are being planted within these vast states, we begin to understand and predict certain varieties and styles. From maritime cooling in Oregon to warm, fertile valleys in Washington and on the far opposite coast in New York, where winter hardiness is important, there is a wide range to cover. Let's dive right in. Starting in the Pacific Northwest, let's look at Oregon. When you look at a map of Oregon AVAs, the majority are located on the coastal side. More on the inland locations in a bit. The climate in much of Oregon's wine growing region is moderate and influenced by cooling breezes coming straight off the Pacific Ocean. The growing season is mostly dry, featuring long sunny days balanced by cool nights. This specific climate dynamic is perfect for our cool climate varieties. Pinot Noir is the undeniable star and most planted grape in Oregon, and you can get outstanding quality wines. It's not uncommon to see a bit of cinnamon spice from oak, along with those typical red fruit and tertiary mushroom aromas, as well as high acidity. For white wines, Pinot Gris is widely grown and is typically made in fresh, fruity, and dry style. We also will see Chardonnay. The heart of Oregon's premium wine production is the Willamette Valley AVA, which lies to the west of the Cascade Mountains and stretches south from Portland. Located along similar latitude as Burgundy, you see a lot of mimicking of Burgundian styles. Further south, you'll find the Southern Oregon AVA, which encompasses the Umpqua Valley and the Rogue Valley AVAs. This area gets warmer growing conditions, allowing viticulturists to ripen both cool and warm climate varieties. Here, along with Pinot Noir and Pinot Gris, you'll find excellent examples of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Syrah. Now, when we look at Washington, we are inland and on the eastern edge of the state. Because we are further north, we are on the interior side of the Cascade Mountain Range. This region is a textbook example of a rain shadow effect, and a concept examiners love to test on. The vast majority of Washington's vineyards are located east of the Cascades in the Columbia Valley AVA. This valley does cross state lines into Oregon. Because the Columbia Valley sits in the rain shadow, this region is essentially a semi-desert. Irrigation drawn from the Columbia River is an absolute necessity for vine survival. The climate here is continental. During the summer, the vines benefit from long daylight hours alongside consistent hot temperatures, but it does get nice, cool nighttime temperatures coming down from the Cascades. As with most continental climates near altitude, winter freeze is an annual threat. In extreme years, temperatures can drop so much that vines can be severely damaged, drastically reducing crop volumes by half or even more. In terms of grapes, Washington produces plummy, full-bodied Merlot and elegant, age-worthy Cabernet Sauvignon. Syrah is also highly successful, yielding intensely concentrated, full-bodied wines. For white wines, Chardonnay is the most planted, often featuring fruity notes with toasty oak, while Riesling is also very popular, typically made in a dry style with ripe stone fruit flavors. Key subregions within the Columbia Valley to know are the Yakima and Walla Walla Valley AVAs. Finally, let's travel across the country about 5.5 hours by plane to the Atlantic Northeast and visit New York State. Historically, this area was dominated by American and hybrid vine species because of their winter hardiness, essential to survive freezing temperatures. While we still see those hardy varieties used, it's mainly for juices, jellies, and some wines. But now today we are focusing more on Vitis vinifera for our wines. The most important region for fine wines in the state is the Finger Lakes AVA. Here, the climate is cool, but it is moderated by deep glacial lakes. Those deep bodies of water act as thermal radiators. They store heat throughout the summer and release it slowly all the way into November. The lake effect raises the surrounding air temperature and protects the vine from early cold snaps and extends the growing season so those grapes can ripen fully. The Finger Lakes is most celebrated for high-quality, highly aromatic Rieslings. Because of our extended growing season, however, the region also successfully cultivates Pinot Noir, Cabernet Franc, and Chardonnay. As we wrap up, be sure to remember these 3 states in addition to California. We want to remember Washington, Oregon, and New York. Up north, in the rain shadow of the Cascade Mountains, we see the warm, sunny growing valleys in Washington state and a variety of black and white grapes being planted. Oregon can produce a wide range of quality styles with that lower latitude and cooling sea breezes. And for New York, those deep glacial bodies of water mitigate the freezing northern climate and extend our ripening season, and occasionally make some high-quality ice wines. Good luck with your continued studies and happy tasting. Cheers!